And it was take your kids to work today. So guys, make sure you check out the short video I did with my sons. Now let's get into the video.
Recently, S&P analysts have said if the latest U.S. stablecoin bill passes, that U.S. companies would no longer be able to hold or transact in Tether because it's run by a non-U.S. entity. How do you prepare for something like that?
Well, I think, first off, Americans, stablecoins in general, there's two big ones. There's Tether and there's Circle, okay? And Americans should have nothing to do with these things. I have dollars in my pocket. I have dollars in my bank account. I have a credit card in dollars. I can Venmo you, PayPal, Zelle. These are all simple things for Americans. We have no business being near stablecoins. But I tell you what, Argentina, Turkey, Venezuela, if our money, right, if our bank account, we woke up with the Turkish lira, which was down 65% last year, we'd be doomed. So you want to hold the digital dollar. So that's where Tether really flourishes. It's in the emerging markets. So the concept of trading stable coins in America, I just don't get it. So I don't think it has anything to do with America. I think what we care about as Americans is that the dollar is all powerful in the world.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And you know I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And make sure you join the Patrons. If you're not a part of the Patrons, make sure you're in the Cash App. And yes, guys, you heard that correct. And he said it with a straight face. Don't forget, guys, 80% of the United States dollar was printed in 2 years. They printed the United States dollar out of commission. And you heard that correct. Since the dollar has been in existence, 80% of the United States dollar was printed in 2 years. They printed trillions and trillions of dollars. But guys, we know it's all about the fourth industrial revolution. And we know history. All fiat dies. And that's the reason why they want to take us over to a cashless society, because it's digital. It's not going to be real. But we have the BRICS nations already off the dollar. It's just the central banks are holding it up. But we clearly see they're in motion because they're tokenizing the dollar, moving the USDC, moving Tether. We know that Tether movie is coming, but it's going to fall in the hands of the central banks. That's who's been pumping Bitcoin anyway through Tether, the central banks. It's not like we can't see this information. If you understand the technology, you can go and do your research. That's why I tell you, you need to make sure you understand the technology so therefore you don't fall for the devil's tricks. This technology can be used for good or evil. And this digital economy is global. That's the reason why it's all about putting everyone on a level playing field. But at the same time, we're seeing the machines come on in, and these cryptos are for the machines. Because remember now, machines have money. These robots, algorithms, and drones do not need a human involved in order to run this economy. So therefore, if you have machines running the economy, you have to pacify the people. Free bread and free entertainment. That's why you see all this gambling going on. And now they want to bank marijuana. So they keep the sheep asleep. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And then, guys, we have Anchorage Digital. And we know that's Andreessen, my God. And they have a settlement product, Atlas, built for the institutions. And, guys, we know these central banks are just going to start integrating this technology. And all the testing is over. And now everything is going live. And we have Stripe back into crypto. I wouldn't call it crypto, it's USDC stable coins, but they are using a Solana and Ethereum blockchain. And we know what this is all about, pushing adoption. And of course, our average customer is going to be using USDC and not even know they're using Solana or Ethereum blockchain. And that's exactly what the NWO wants. They want you to use the technology, but never understand it. Remember, guys, they do not want critical thinkers. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you.
So, Atlas is a groundbreaking new settlement network that is here to really solve all the settlement needs for institutional counterparties. Anybody who wants to participate in the digital asset ecosystem wants to be able to settle assets safely and securely and between the counterparties. And what we found is that there's no good option on the market that provides everything that the institutions of the world need. Safe, regulated, reliable settlement infrastructure is something that really we think will catalyze a new era of adoption for digital assets, and we're looking to bring that forward with Atlas.
Where do you think that this product fits into the banking system right now? Is your goal to take on something like SWIFT, for instance, or is this seen more as a replacement for things like Signature and Silvergate, which, of course, were shut down during the banking turmoil last year, but both of those institutions provided huge amounts of liquidity for crypto-focused institutions?
Sure. So what's interesting here is that there's not necessarily a direct parallel between something like Swift or something like Signature or Silvergate. What's really needed within the digital asset ecosystem is safe settlement of crypto. And safe movement of crypto within the ecosystem, and so a big part of what we've heard from our clients, from institutions, is that they want to have reliable settlement of Bitcoin, reliable settlement of Ethereum, and other assets that they'd like to trade. And so while our system will support dollars, and we are looking forward to supporting dollars, this is really kind of a net new development in the ecosystem, really encompassing both the crypto legs and the dollar legs of the transactions. Several areas. So Atlas is going to be a big launch for us. We're looking forward to onboarding more counterparties. We've got a lot of demand. There's a kind of a waiting list of people looking to get into Atlas and start settling safely within that ecosystem. Beyond that, we're looking forward to several large token launches that will happen over the rest of the year. We really like to support the innovators in the space, so the new protocols that are launching, we're going to continue to see that adoption carry forward. And then, of course, as the institutional adoption continues to take hold and propagate, looking forward to adding more institutions as they come in, whether they're coming in to participate in Bitcoin and purchasing of Bitcoin or other top assets, or if they're looking to diversify into others. We provide trading services, settlement services that we've talked about, and then, of course, our bread and butter is the federally regulated custody services that we provide.
Are you ready for the new crypto world? You have to look very closely and not blink. You ready? Oh, that tap. That's it. We're done. And that confirmation page was not like this has been entered in a queue, we're going to now go do something. It has now been posted to the blockchain already. And so if I go into my Phantom wallet here and go into the Explorer, you see here, sent at 9:58 today, we can view on the Solana Explorer. This is, I think the Explorer just loading is on the blockchain. Here we go. This is, so you can go to this URL yourself if you are eagle-eyed and see this is a real posted transaction to the Solana chain. Similarly, we can view it in the Stripe dashboard. So if we click in here to our 9:58 a.m. payment, you see here, we've made a payment with crypto. And again, Stripe handles everything for you. You just got $98 into your bank account. But that is crypto coming back to Stripe.
Now, I told you guys that Ethereum movie was coming. Now we have the CFTC clearly telling us that Ethereum was a commodity. And we know we have JP Morgan all over Ethereum and Consensus. But now Consensus says they're going to be suing the SEC. Guys, the movie just keep going because remember, they have to destroy these small and medium-sized banks in order for digital currencies to rise. And don't forget, guys, it doesn't matter whether it's good news or bad news as long as you're getting news. And now we have the FBI sending out a warning about unlicensed crypto services. So, guys, again, we know the movie is coming. There's going to be a crisis in order to put the machines and crypto at the forefront. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in an ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war. And we can't let that happen. And too many countries now are fighting to get off the dollar.
Crypto teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, BitChute, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.